Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Fragrance with Wilson, and today I'm bringing you a haul video. So these are all of the perfumes that I got from October through January, and I even have something special that just came in the mail that I will be showing at the end. So if you are interested in that, just keep on watching. Okay, so first I do want to talk about some fragrances that I bought and returned. So from that time frame, like September through November, I bought a few fragrances and returned them for a lot of different reasons. So one was, and I'll pop it up on the screen, it was Love Blossom by M.I.A, and that was in the pink bottle, and I really loved it. I tried it in Neiman one day when I went to Neiman Marcus. I tried it and I really liked it, and I actually kept the sample. Like, I sprayed it on something and I kept that for a while, and so I was just going back and forth about that. I should have probably bought a decant after that to just try it you know, in different environments, try it on myself for a little bit longer, but I did bite the bullet and I did order it, and unfortunately it did not work out. And I got it, I don't know, I just felt nauseous when I was wearing it. It was a little bit overbearing. There was kind of like an almond-esque note. I think there's almond in it, but I'm not quite sure, and I'm realizing quickly that that's just not, it's not a note that works well with me. So that was the first one. I was able to return it and I was happy about that. If I wasn't able to return it, I was going to try to sell it, you know, because it was pretty much brand new. I didn't use any spray. I think I just sprayed it that one time and that was it. So it was relatively new. So the seller that I bought it from was able to return it. So that was that. And the next fragrance that I bought was Jo Malone, and it was Mimosa and Cardamom. And so this was on my wish list for quite some time. I always loved the fragrance, but never really gave it like a longer wear test. So it was on sale, I believe, on Nordstrom, and so I purchased it on there, and then I had it for a few days. Actually, I was going back and forth about whether returning it or not, and it is a beautiful fragrance, but it feels more casual than what I was expecting it to be. I felt like it was gonna be more elevated, but I did get this kind of baby wipes vibe, and once I got that kind of vibe in my nose, I just couldn't stop smelling it, so I just really had to let it go. Maybe it was that time I was testing it, you know, sometimes I do let fragrances sit and I'm able to revisit it and, you know, fall in love with it, but I just didn't want to take that chance. So yeah, I returned Mimosa and Cardamom, and I actually got the new one that I think it's like Sweet Pea and something. I'll put it on the screen, guys, I can't remember, but that was on sale, and I don't know if I bought another one. Oh, at the time that I bought Mimosa and Cardamom, so I got the big size of it, and then I ordered the small size of the Sweet Pea, the new one, or is it Sweet Pea and Pear? I don't know, guys. Like I said, it'll be on the screen. But so once I returned the big one of the Mimosa and Cardamom, I also returned the small one of the Sweet Pea, and then I just bought the bigger one because I was like, oh, I definitely remember liking this one. I am going to take it. So I did like it. I loved it, actually. It was really, really good. I was getting some wears out of it on the first couple days that I had it, but unfortunately that is a company that I no longer support for personal reasons. And if you know, you know. There's a shorts on my YouTube page, so if you're very curious about it, you can go see why there. That is a brand I no longer support. There's a lot of brands actually that I no longer support, so for that reason I returned it right away. So no longer in my collection. And also, what was another one that I bought and returned? So I think that's it for the ones that I bought and returned. If I remember any other ones, I'll pop that back in. But because I bought the Jo Malone fragrances, I was gifted these, and I didn't realize this until like after I had returned the original box, because I put it aside and just totally forgot about these. So I did already have Wood Sage and Sea Salt in my collection, and then Marantaka is a good fragrance, but honestly, once these are finished, I have no use for buying this brand anymore, and there's plenty of dupes out there, and I'm going to test those out for you guys. Actually, I've already reviewed one in another haul. Dossier Wood Sage and Sea Salt is a great alternative, so if you're looking for that, definitely go for that. So these were like freebies. Just wanted to mention that. So I do have quite a lot of samples that I haven't gone through. I do have some decants of some things, some samples that I bought. So I think I'm gonna do that completely on a different video, but comment down below if you want to see like my samples collection, because now it's like getting really out of hand. I'd like to go probably through that and maybe in a giveaway give it out to you guys. So we did reach 500 subscribers. That was really exciting. This happened back in October, and it happened before like I set the goal to make it by the end of the year, and we made it in October. So thank you everyone who subscribed to the channel. If you're watching now and you haven't, consider subscribing. I really do appreciate all the support. So moving on to the next one. So the next one is a decant, and I have to say I was very disappointed by this one. And this is Bianco Latte. I don't know if you guys can see. Sorry, it's not in focus. There we go. Honestly, this has been probably one of the hyped up fragrances from 2023, and I was so curious. I kind of was not gonna go into like discovering it or getting a sample or anything, just because I'm not a huge fan of gourmand. So when people were saying like, oh, this is such a gourmand and it's very vanilla, I just felt like, you know, I already have a lot of vanilla, so that category is kind of already covered. But then my curiosity got to me, and I got the sample, and because it was hyped up, I did go ahead and I got the what is this, a 5 ml, bigger than what I usually sample for fragrances. So yeah, this was very disappointing, guys. I don't know what else to say. It was very underwhelming. It smells very similar to other kind of lower end, not lower end, I want to say like very affordable vanillas that are already on the market. I tried it once, and honestly it was just very nauseating. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it at all. There's that on that. I don't want to kind of harp on this too long, but I have it in my collection, so we'll see. Maybe I'll let it revisit it later on, but as of right now, I'm kind of not into it. So there's that Bianco Latte. The next one is the new Kayali, and this is the Eden. If it will focus, please focus. Eden Sparkling Lychee 39, and this is the newest release from Kayali, which was insane to me because they released so many fragrances last year, so that was kind of exciting. And I have to say, this is another kind of a disappointment. I absolutely love Yum Pistachio. You guys know that. I rant about that all the time. I'm actually wearing it today. The Oud collection. I loved the wedding collection. That was amazing. But this one did kind of fall a little short, so it's not bad by any means. I think this is such a likable fragrance, easygoing, you know, probably mass appealing. Like, you won't offend anybody with this fragrance. But with that being said, just with the times that I wore it, it didn't excite me in the way that a lot of my other fragrances did. So I am happy that I got the smaller size. I love the color. Pink is one of my favorite colors, so do love it. And I'm collecting a lot of the minis, so that's kind of exciting to have, but I don't think I'll get a bigger size of this one. So that is Kayali Eden Sparkling Lychee. This is the Tobacco Oud. I did a more in-depth take on this one. It should be on my shorts, or if not, it's on my TikTok for sure. So this one is not bad at all. I think this is such a beautiful fragrance. This is very high quality, but it's not something that I would douse myself in, and it's not something that I would personally wear without maybe layering. I do think it was the most masculine out of the bunch. Unisex, but leaning a little towards masculine. It is beautiful, but just not for me. But actually, you know what? The funny thing is, I think I mentioned this in that video. I do think it's like a really good, if there was like a room spray of this, or like a reed diffuser, I think that would be so amazing. A candle in this would be amazing. I do actually like more masculine scents for my aroma therapy, so like in my room, in my car, I always tend to go for a little bit more masculine fragrances. So actually, I am having a video coming out soon around home fragrances and car fragrance as well, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that, because that's kind of a little bit different than the perfume, so, but still in the fragrance realm. So that is Tobacco Oud. Okay, so the next one is the Cafe Oud by Kayali, and I actually really love this one. This one was a surprise favorite of mine. It smelled so amazing out of the packaging. I loved it. It did give me a little bit of trouble on the skin after the dry down, but I do think it was with the lotions that I was layering with that day. But I have recently gone back and tried this, and I actually do really love it. I don't think it's my favorite though. I know a lot of people out there are saying it is. I do actually enjoy the Rose Oud, and that one layers very well with Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. So if you haven't tried that combo, I highly suggest. Yeah, and there's not really much to say. I think this is like a winner. I do think it's full bottle worthy. I want to go through this first before committing to that bottle, but I definitely think it's worth the full bottle. So that is Cafe Oud. This is hilarious because I don't know if I mentioned this in a video, but I was not planning on getting this one. I wasn't really excited about it. I already have, you know, Donna Born in Roma, the original, and the Intense that I got, and I was just listening to reviews and seeing people's take on it, and it was just kind of felt like more of the same, like it was being compared to a lot of things, and I was just like, oh well, maybe I don't need it. And then the limited aspect of it was just like, oh whatever, I'm over it, I'm not gonna hunt this down. But then AI the Great, shout out to AI, she had posted in a video that it was available at Kohl's. Kind of threw me for a loop, but I do remember that, you know, there are Sephoras in Kohl's. There's one near where I live. So I was like, oh, okay. I went to the Kohl's website and I was able to get it, and I was kind of shocked. Like, I was a little shocked because at that time, this was sold out everywhere. Like, you could not get your hands on it. Like, if you missed the exclusive drop, you missed it, and it is what it is, right? So I got it. I just wanted to try it out. I did want to like review it for you guys and do it side by side. So I said it was worth getting, and if I needed to return it, I would. If I needed to sell it, I would. So the risk wasn't as big as thought it was going to be. So come to my surprise, I absolutely love this. This is actually one of my favorite perfumes right now. I don't know if you guys can actually see the dent, but this is an amazing fragrance. I know a lot of people were comparing it to Love Don't Be Shy or Oriana, or that kind of DNA mixed a little bit with the original DNA. I don't know if I could compare the two. A lot of people actually compare it to the Wedding Silk Santal. I do get that, but not all the way. Like the fruity notes in there are different, but I do see the same vanilla. I do smell some of the same aspects of it. And this is a very simple, or what they share is very simple of the notes on this fragrance, but I love it. I absolutely love it. This is actually literally one of my favorites, and I've probably worn it the most out of all the fragrances here in the past couple months. I'm happy to have it in my collection, and plus I love the bottle. It's pink, so yeah, I love it. All right, so this is Oriana, guys. Sorry, I had to take the cap off because the reflection bothers me. I know I talked about this before. I know I said I wasn't gonna get it. I know I said I didn't want to spend my own coin on it, but I did. So, okay, backstory. I just want to say this. I don't like Love Don't Be Shy. You need to leave! I genuinely don't. I never liked that DNA. I never understood the hype. I can't get over the musky animalic note in that fragrance. That's all I can smell. I can't smell anything else. I don't smell the sweetness, because I was really trying to understand what everybody liked about it. What was the hype about it? I just did not understand it. I wanted to like it because it had all of the great notes in there, and I somewhat do like the DNA of it, but I actually tried from one of the dupe houses, I think it was Ocha, their inspired one. I actually bought that before I even sampled the original one, and I hated that. It did not mesh well. I gifted to someone and they absolutely loved it, so I was excited for that, but I just couldn't get with it. So now, kind of being in this Oriana realm, I do find them a little bit different. I do find this more fluffy, more light. The sweetness is pleasant. Like, this is just a much more sweeter, more pleasant fragrance, and I do think the quality is there. I think this is super high quality, and I love it for that. So yes, I blabbed on enough, and I will stop right there. But that is Oriana by Perfumes de Marly. All right, so the next fragrance is Amouage. Well, it's Overture by Amouage. So, like I told you guys, I had tried Blossom Love. We sampled Lilac Love. I tried Sunshine. That was really nice, but not full bottle worthy for me personally, not right now. So I was just trying to explore fragrances from Amouage because I really do love guidance. A lot of YouTubers and fragrance influencers that I love, but we don't have the same taste, have this, any one of their roundups, and I just never thought I would like it. So I just didn't even pay it any mind, but something just told me like, oh, look up the notes, kind of dive deep a little bit, and so I was intrigued, so I got a sample. Once I got the sample, after 2 sprays, I smelled it and I was like, okay, I'm buying it, and I bought it that night, and I never do that. So it speaks volumes to how much I love this fragrance, and this is fall in a bottle. Like, I was wearing this a lot on, fall nights. It was really, really great. So I absolutely love it. It's one of my top favorites now, and I didn't get to wear it as much as I wanted to this fall, but I'm definitely excited for some opportunities to wear it next year, or this year actually, now that we're in 2024. So yeah, that is Amouage Overture. This is another Kayali fragrance, and I got this around the same time as the Oud collection because I've ran through 2 of the small bottles of Musk 12. I absolutely love this fragrance. This is my comfort fragrance, my go-to fragrance for nighttime. If I'm stressed out, if I'm not feeling well, this is what I grab for. This is what always gives me comfort. It's so fresh. I love it, but it's still comforting. There's vanilla, there's musk, there's a lot of great stuff in. And this is actually the only Kayali fragrance that I have the big bottle of. I always have the 50 mils, I think. So this is actually my first 100 mil. This is literally the dent from October till now. So that goes to show you I love this fragrance. It's a lifetimer. I hope they don't get rid of it because I can't find it on the US sites. I can't find it at Sephora. I had to get this from Harrods. So that's a UK brand. And yeah, I was excited to have this. But if anybody knows where I can grab some more bottles of this, let me know. All right, we're getting close to the end, guys. So this is Ansaam Gold by Lattafa, and this is a very popular one on TikTok and other social media platforms. And this is actually a dupe for Oriana by Perfumes, the one I was talking about earlier. I have to say, one of the best dupes for a perfume I've ever smelled. It is, I want to say 98% close, honestly and truly. I might even dare to say that it projects more than Oriana, but there is a slight difference. Like, I can tell the difference. I actually do like the softness and the fluffiness, and sometimes people say it's not as powerful, but sometimes you do just want to have a subtle perfume. You don't want to go all out, so I do like that perfume for that. But I am happy that I have the dupe as well, so I actually go for this one. Sometimes I mix them. A combination that I love with like this DNA, if you guys have any fragrances in this DNA, if you mix this with Silk Santal, that's an amazing combination. Even Donna Born in Roma, pink, whatever that one's called, but the pink one is a great one to layer with. And yeah, I've had a lot of fun with this one, and I just feel very comfortable with spraying this, like even when I'm at home, or just like going very heavy-handed with this one. It's always nice to have perfumes that you can do that with. So yeah, that's Ansaam Gold by Lattafa, and the bottle's amazing, like so beautiful. But I am very happy that I have this in my collection. All right, guys, so we're almost to the end of this video. I actually have one more fragrance that I got today, which was surprising. This is the Afnan Mystique Bouquet. And so this, let me open this up. I just took off the cellophane wrap, but oh my god, this is such a beautiful packaging. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, that's gorgeous. So this is apparently supposed to be, oh my gosh, so pretty. Oh my god, I love that. That is gorgeous. This is supposed to be a dupe for M.I.A by Perfumes. So I love M.I.A. So I've actually had quite a few decants that I've gone through, and I just haven't had bit the bullet on buying the full size of it. So I was very intrigued when I started to see people talking about this fragrance as a dupe for it, and some people even saying that it's better than it. So I was very shocked to hear that, because for me, like, I genuinely love M.I.A. I know some people give it a bad review because they're saying it's basic, it's simple, expensive for what it is, and I hear that, but like for me, the scent profile, the longevity, just how it mixes with my personal chemistry, I love it. I would go as far as to say I wanted to even just like save it for like a wedding fragrance. So I love it. Or maybe more so honeymoon, maybe not the wedding, but like honeymoon, like, or maybe like a special vacation. I totally think you should look into it. But with that being said, I wasn't willing to pay $300 right now for that. So until there's a sale, I just wasn't. And so I was very happy to hear about the dupe. So I literally haven't even smelled this yet. So let me see. Oh wow. Yeah, that's pretty close. Oh wow. Okay, so I just sprayed a little bit on my arm. Hold on, let me spray it on my other arm just so. Right, let me just show you guys the atomizer like I do. Okay, that was a lot, but okay. Oh wow. Wow, guys, it does smell very similar. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna have to do a side by side because I still definitely have a decant or like a sample size that I can do a side by side, but Guys, this is a good dupe. This is a good dupe. It's really, really good. So I'm definitely going to do a side-by-side comparison, a wear test rather, and I'm going to get back to you guys. But this is really good. Just off of first impressions, this is really, really good. I'm excited to play around with it. If this is how it smells like right out the packaging, then I'm sure it's going to smell amazing when it sits a little bit longer. But yeah, that's exciting. I'm very excited to have that now in my collection. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you came this far, thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate you guys and your support. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Peace.